Hey, fellow rock stars, Dr. Dan here, and I'm excited to be on this webinar with you guys because this is just a really, one of our good friends. I want to call him Rockstar Ben, Dr. Dan, because we get all of our names confused. So I've got Dr. Ben on the line. Real amazing, just great friend. This guy is a Facebook ninja. If it wasn't for him, we really wouldn't know anything about Facebook. I mean, we'd be living in the dark ages with Facebook. He's brought things to the light that even, Mark, what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg, is that his name?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think you taught him
That's the
some
guy.
stuff, didn't you? If it wasn't for you, he'd be running this shit like MySpace, right?
Uh, that guy's got a few things figured out. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Nice, nice. So how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. And yeah, I got to say, I pulled a lot of stuff from your trainings as well that have really shaped the way that we've formed our business over the last couple of years too. So props back to you guys. You guys are always coming out with great stuff. So
Awesome.
absolutely.
Well, thanks. I'm glad we're able to give you some stuff to steal too, because we're always stealing from you, it feels like.
Oh, and that's the thing. We have so many smart people that we work with, and they're so giving and so sharing, and we all allow each other to steal and to morph. So it's a good situation for sure.
Yeah, I like to jokingly say steal, but really all we're doing is just teaching each other. That's all it really is, right? We're just, pushing the
I think
envelope more and more.
yeah, it's all we all force each other to up the game, and I think that's how we grow. So it's beautiful.
Awesome, awesome. So on this webinar, it'd be great if you could just, we kind of promised our people that we're going to give away some ninja tactics and strategies, and I know you've been, you're always pushing the envelope and testing new stuff. And again, a lot of times we do these not specifically because we're like, oh yeah, we need a bonus or we need to teach our people something new. It really is for selfish reasons. We really want to learn some of this stuff ourselves, so we make an
No,
excuse.
yeah. And it's good, man. Like I said, I got a lot of really cool tricks to show you today, and like I said, it's simple stuff, but it's ways that you can really get a lot more exposure for either yourself or your offline clients for extremely cheap. So yeah, I'm excited.
Nice. Is one of the strategies to have the little pink glasses there?
Listen, those pink glasses, I tell you what, they really work. They actually belong to the guy who was assisting the photographer. He's like, hold these, you're gonna look like a total douchebag.
Uh-huh.
But and I was like, I saw the picture afterwards. I'm like, I do look like a total douchebag in that picture. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of those things where you listen to someone and then you look like a d-bag.
Well,
So
it does look very. I mean, I like the artistic look to it, though. It is really cool with the
it is
pink.
fun.
It
No, like
pops.
and they did a really good job, and I kid around and joke, but obviously they knew what they were doing better than I did. So yeah, what can I say?
Exactly.
But
Nice.
yeah, so no, man. If you want me to just dive right in, I will.
Oh
I've
crap! You know what? I
what?
forgot to hit record.
That's okay. We can redo
I'm
it.
joking.
Ah, see, that's what I love about you because I always have to stay on my toes, man. Always have to stay on my toes with the rock stars. So absolutely. Ah,
All right,
okay. So
let's rock.
whenever you're awful, you're just awful.
I know.
Whenever you get ready, whenever you get ready, I'm ready to dive in.
All right, let's
So
go.
all right, let's do it. So one of the big things I think I see a lot with our offline crew is we have a lot of people that are doing like Facebook page management or they're sending leads from like a Facebook page. And what ends up happening is they have a lot of clients that say, you know what, we're not getting the exposure that we thought we would get with the constant posting. And with a lot of that reason is, well, sometimes the posts are just boring. And sometimes they don't have a good call to action. But you know what? A lot of times it's just because most local pages don't have enough fans built in to actually light a fire under a post.
Okay.
So the real key is Facebook decided they would try to dupe us a little while back with some very interesting things that we could do. So if you actually look into any of your posts on a Facebook page for like a local business or like in this case an online brand, this is just my online business page, you actually see this boost post option. So the crap part about this boost post option, it works. It works like crazy. It'll get your message in front of your fans, but it's really expensive for small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to boost one post up, it's really not something that is affordable. You can go $5 and that's fine, but the problem with that is someone always has to be monitoring it. Someone always has to go in and click the boost post option.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of stinks. So the idea is, how do you get your post out in front of more people than just this, 15 to 20% that would see it every time you post, using a very simple tactic. And that's what I want to show you guys today. It's super simple, but this would be the first thing that I want to show you that would help. So hopefully everybody digs this. Now, a lot of people get kind of intimidated by the Power Editor. So I'm going to show you, number one, how to not be intimidated by the Facebook Power Editor, and then number two, how to set up one of these things that basically puts your page on autopilot to boost all of your posts as you go. So that's what we're going to do.
Awesome.
So yeah, first, and like I said, it's been insane. It's just been insanely great for us because it's allowed us to just post, and it gets out to anywhere from 30 to 50 to 60% of our audience instead of that 15 to 17%. It works both in online and offline. Plus, you can budget it, so you can say how much you want to do. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's get started. First things first is, we're going to go into facebook.com/ads. So this is your normal ad editor backend that everybody is pretty much used to seeing. Now, the first thing that you want to do is, instead of going up to this create an ad button here at the top, you actually want to click into Power Editor. Now, you have to be using Google Chrome to actually use the Power Editor. That's an interesting little hiccup that Facebook introduced. And most people, when they see this screen, they're like, oh my Lord, this is the most confusing, stinking thing I have ever seen. But it really doesn't have to be. And like I said, this is probably where you get the most bang for your buck out of Facebook ads. But most people don't know how to use it because they get intimidated the first time they see it. So what you want to do first is you actually want to download your information. So basically, this is just something that's sitting in your browser right now. So you actually have to download information from Facebook. So we go ahead and we select download, and you can select either your ad accounts, pages, things like that. With pages, which I'm going to do with my personal page here, I'm going to select Ben Atkins. So I'm going to select my Ben Atkins page. But if we were working on a local page, we could select that too. So I could type in, it's from way back with the Poplar Bluff stuff. So I've got a Poplar Bluff page, which is just a local town of about 17,000. And all I'm going to do is click download. So it's going to give you a little warning saying it's going to erase data, but now it has downloaded all of our data that fast to the ad editor. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, we just need to go and set up the campaign. And I'll show you kind of the point we're getting to here in a minute. You click on the campaign tab at the top. You click create campaign. And then we're going to say, this is our Facebook page post booster. And this is just an ad that is designed to always boost the very last post that we have inside. So pretty much on autopilot, it's boosting the post. And now instead of paying, $5 to $40 to $100, depending on how big your audience already is, now we're paying a very small amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'm working with a small business. They don't have a huge budget. They told me that I could spend, around $100 a month to help them do what they need to do, and they would actually cover that. And with a lot of our clients, that is the budget. They'll pay us anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to manage their page, and then for ad budget, they'll say, we'll add in another $100 on top of that. So what I'll say is, hey, they've got they've got $100 a month to spend, so I'm going to spend about $3, $3, and we'll do that. And I'm going to click Run Campaign Continuously starting today. Now, as soon as you get done with that, everything's done. You don't have to click Save. All you have to do now is go click the Ads button. Okay? So now we're clicking the Ads button, and all we have to do now is actually go here to the Filter by Campaign and select the campaign we just selected. Now, there's no ad in here, so there's not going to be anything yet. So we need to push Create Ad. So far, so good, by the way?
Yeah.
We doing good? All right, yeah. Perfect. So I like the step-by-step stuff. So, all right, so this is just, we're going to name the ad Facebook page post booster. I'm just going to type the number 1 for fun. And now what we're going to do is we're actually, instead of just with the boost post stuff, we're actually going to go in and say, you know what, we don't just want people that are already fans of our page to see the post. We don't just want their friends to see the post because they interacted with it, which is kind of what a boost post does. We want people in a certain area to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, you know what, I want my objective for my ad to be page post engagement. Okay, so now we've got that for a Facebook page using a post, and now we just have to go find the site that we're trying to boost up. And if you remember, we were boosting up our Poplar Bluff page. Okay, so there's our page. And like I said, this can be for any small business. It can be for any online business. But what it's going to do is it's going to pop this up, and it's going to ask you, once you select the page, to actually select a post that you want to go up and to be promoted. Just, like a normal newsfeed ad that you see all the time on Facebook. But the key is, instead of selecting one post, we're going to automatically promote our most recent post. So what this does is every single day when we're posting, now the most recent post is going to get that ad budget, and it's going to get pushed out to a lot more people pretty much automatically. This is the way you can kind of keep your content fresh and keep really new stuff in front of your audience all the time. So we've got that. Now I'm just going to select, hey, I just want this to be a newsfeed ad. I want it to be on desktop and mobile phones, and you can always go in and select what kind of mobile phones, but we're going to leave it on for all of them. After we've done that, it's going to literally pull the last post that we have on our page every single day. So whatever you're posting up for your offline client, whatever you're posting up for yourself, now you're going to get this insane reach that goes past what you would normally have with just your existing fans. Okay, so we've got that. This is going to get us a ton of new fans because they're going to see your content. This is going to re-engage people that have, already fans but haven't been on in a while. That's what we're going for. Now the next thing is we got audience. Now obviously, for your local business people, you have a defined area that they typically work in. So we would select a city under audience, which we just clicked that above, and we're actually going to go in and just type in the name of where we're doing it.
Yeah, you don't want to do it like in Russia or something, right?
No, exactly. They may like it, but it's probably no use of them or to us. So absolutely, and it's really, really simple. We select our local area, and then after that, whoever your business targets. So if it's you and your business, you need to know who you target. If you're working with an offline business, such as like a chiropractor, like I used to be, then you actually need to go and say, who is your target demographic? And that's who you need to really select inside of this. So I know for this particular page and the kinds of clients that we had, it would be women 24 and up to right about 54. And that would be the actual audience we want. Past that, there's nothing really else on that screen we're doing. We just go to optimization and pricing now. Once we get done with that, I like to do cost per click. And with your suggested bid, I would say place one right in the middle of that. You can always go back and change your bid later without having to get the ad reapproved. So even if you miss this and your ad's not getting shown just a whole lot, you can always go back and change it without having to go through the whole approval process. And that's pretty much it. Like, we have everything done there. Now the last thing is, I had a lot of people ask me, I set this up and I'm targeting this many people who live in the area, which is awesome. It's going to be perfect for my business. But now what do I do, because I don't see a save button? And you just go actually up here to upload and click the upload button, and as soon as that's done, it's going to post it up and you're good to go. Now, it seems like, okay, this is not a highly targeted, we're not absolutely just aiming these posts at all these people, but the key is you really are. The content that you should be posting on, like the Facebook pages that you're posting content with, it should be aimed at that audience. So what's cool is you're now going to be pushing out content every single day, and your ad is automatically going to pick up your new post. So every day you have a post that's in front of people that have never even thought about your business before. It's simple technique, but it's super cheap, and it will just blow up your post and your offline clients, or for your own business, it's going to be a huge, huge thing. So that's just awesome. One tip. It's something we've used. It seems really simple, but what I found is nobody really does that much. And it really helps you kind of take it to the next level. So, yeah.
And that's hilarious. They don't even put a save button on there. You have to click upload.
yeah, that's what I always thought. I'm like, come on, how do I know if, but yeah, that's Facebook for you.
Yeah, what are they doing, man? I wonder what their mindset was when they're like, hey guys, let's not put a save button or a next button at the bottom.
It's really interesting. They built this power editor, way back when the normal ad editor was in place, and what they did this for is they set it up so that power users would have something, and I don't think they really expected many of your standard marketers to get there. But something interesting happened not too long ago, as we both know, is Facebook went public. Mm-hmm. And when they went public, they started to realize that people wanted to do the things that the big companies were doing, and there was a lot of money in it. So now they have this mass migration of people from the regular ad editor coming over to the power editor, and a lot of people are lost. So what you're going to see in the next year or so is the normal ad editor will start to become a lot more like the power editor as far as features go, but I know that they're going to leave the power editor in there. So right now they're trying to really bridge that gap, because an upload button instead of a save button, I mean, it's crazy, but they're working on it. Nice. So yeah. So that's just one. And like I said, that's one of those things that I have a lot of people say, you know what, Ben, I have a page that we're trying to build up, or I have a client that we're trying to build up, and you know, we're trying all this short-term stuff. So they have all these short-term tactics, like they have things hidden behind where you have to like the page, and that's all well and good. But long-term, how you see a lot of these local pages that have really grown a huge following, it's because every stinking day they have something like this going, and they're grinding. And that's the thing with local. A lot of it is take the existing posts that you have and just make sure they get out to a wider audience. And this is the cheapest way to do it. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the two most important things right there, right? Making sure,
Yeah.
people are seeing this, that might never even thought of your business, and then keeping it inexpensive, you know?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Most of these businesses, especially the small ones, depend on their fans to spread their message, and that's crap. Don't do that. Don't just depend on your fans to share or to tell other people about it. Really invest a little bit of money in your page. And what's $100 a month to invest in a Facebook page that now is getting seen by a huge local audience? And that's the thing. You do this day in and day out, and you start seeing, hey, we got 5 new likes today. We got 10 new likes today. And then all of a sudden you go a couple months and you're starting to notice, we have one of the biggest local Facebook pages around. And it's because of that slow, progressive build. And you were adding actual value, and that's how you got your people over. So now those fans aren't just, oh, we got them over here on a gimmick. Now these are people that are actually engaged with your content on a day in, day out basis.
Yeah.
So,
And this,
yeah.
this is one little thing that, you could sit here and learn, just sit there and practice this one strategy you just shared and turn around and become the expert at this. And you can go
Yeah.
and find existing businesses that have fan pages, that have a marketing budget, and you could just come in and do this for them for a monthly fee.
And yeah, I think that's what's beautiful is all of a sudden, this is what we do a lot with clients. We say, give us a month. Make it an admin of your page. Keep doing what you're already doing, and give us a month, and I can guarantee you'll see a rise in engagement. All we do is we go in and run an ad, and then the next month we come back and say, well, now you see that we did what we said we would do. This is our price to do this going forward. And then, like I said, you've already proven yourself at a very, very cheap rate. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the challenges people have when getting into this business as well, is that they try and be the everything. They try and do everything. Like they're like, oh, I'll
Right.
build you a mobile site. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll manage your Facebook page. I'll create a Facebook page. I'll get you SEO, and it's just too much. You got to get out there and get some customers and be an expert at one thing, and then later on, once you have enough clients and you're making the money you need to make, then you could turn around and start adding these additional services, one by
Yeah.
one, or just
I,
yeah,
I totally agree, man. I think that's probably the best point, and I think why most people are unsuccessful when they get into offline marketing is because they're like, what gets me a check?
yeah,
I will do anything that can get me paid, and like that just doesn't work long term because there's no scalability to that. And you and me both know, because we've both built up an offline business, that to really do it right, and I built up an offline business by beating my head against the wall and doing a lot of shit the wrong way. Uh,
yeah,
so what we ended up learning was the formula for being successful in offline is, number one, pick a niche. Pick one. Whether you're going to do dentists, chiropractors, restaurants, real estate agents, whatever it is, pick one of those. A lot of people think by picking one of those you shut off everybody else, but no, you're still going to get a ton of referrals to other businesses, but pick one so you can become that guy. And then after that, design 3 services, a low ticket, a mid ticket, and a high ticket service. And if they ever come to you and they want something that's outside of those services, refer them somewhere else. It's really hard to turn away a business in the beginning, but you realize you make a whole lot more money by becoming specialized, just like you said, Dan. And I think that's the key, man, is become specialized, and all of a sudden you have this highly scalable business that's not just going to make you, $1,000 every time you go out there and you try to sell hard, but now it's going to just bring tons of people in because you have a scalable model. So yeah.
exactly. And pretty much everything that we just talked about can be turned around and used in your internet marketing efforts as well. You just
Oh,
throw the twist on
absolutely.
it and we're done. It's pretty much the same thing.
You would not believe the number of high-level marketers that have come to us, asking how they can get more engagement on their Facebook page, and it's been this exact tip. They have no offline business. It's 100% online, and we just put this one thing in play for them, and now they're seeing huge engagement because typically the online marketers have bigger Facebook pages anyway. So this one thing takes something that's already moving a lot better than most local, and it really just lights a fire under it. So absolutely, man, this is one of those tips that's you can absolutely translate both ways.
Very cool. Very cool.
So you got you want another one?
Yeah, please.
All right, cool. So I think, and I don't know if you would agree with me on this, man, but like I think one of the most important things we can do as online marketers and offline marketers is build a list.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I didn't think we'd get too much argument between us on that. We both know the power of the list.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of offline businesses lose that. I don't think that they see that. They're just in there trying to do what they do, and they miss the power of a return customer in building a list to get people into customers even the first time. So online, offline, no matter what it is, I think the most important thing is building a list. And when you have these pages, you have assets. You have places to collect people. And I think that's what these Facebook pages are all about. For instance, we do a lot of stuff with the dog niche. We do a lot of stuff in the internet marketing niche. We do a lot of stuff in the gun rights niche, the prepper niches, all those things. The real key is how do you get people to a point to where they really want to engage with you, they want to be on your list, and you give them a nice reason to actually be on your list. Because a lot of these Facebook pages, they just say, hey, sign up to our list, which works. A lot of times we just say, join the club, and we'll get people to sign up for our list. But what this tactic is really about is how to add thousands of people to your list every week. And that's powerful. That's a powerful statement to say how to add thousands of people to your list every week. But this is what this tactic's all about. So what this basically involves is it involves eBay, it involves a squeeze page, and it involves you having a Facebook fan page that's built up at least a little bit. And over the last, and I got to say I'm pretty proud of this, over the last little bit with, I would like to think our trainings and, a couple other marketers trainings, we have a lot of people that are able to build Facebook pages that are, decently big, between 5,000, 10,000 or more. And what I see is not a lot of people know how to build a list from that. So this is what this really does. All right, so first things first, what I do is I will actually go to eBay. I've used eBay once or twice.
Nice.
So we go over to eBay, and what is the real stick for eBay for me in this method? Well, number one, you can find a ton of items, pretty much anything you can imagine, for cheap. Okay, that's definitely the number one thing. Number two is you can ship these items to anywhere in the world, just about. Definitely in the country if you're in the U.S., but pretty much all over the world. You can ship these things without it ever coming to your house first. And I think that's really the stick for me, is you can get these things without going to your place first. So it's a direct, almost a drop ship model if you really think about it. So what we're doing is we will actually put together a post that looks like this. Now this is for one of my pages for dachshunds. And it's called I Love Dachshunds, and like I said, this works on any page, online or offline. What you do is you will actually put together a post that looks like this. So what we did is I actually went to eBay and I typed in something to the effect of dachshund necklace, okay? Because I knew I wanted to give away a dachshund necklace, and look, it's like the first thing that's up there. Nice. So dachshund necklace, it's going to cost us $10, right? They're going to ship in the USA, so we'll pick a USA winner. But what we're going to do is
wearing?
Yeah, dude, I have it on every day. My wife kind of gives me funny looks every so often, but it is what it is, and you just got to roll with it.
Yeah, you got to represent,
Exactly. You love your little wiener dogs. You gotta show it. But so what we did was I actually got on this page and I downloaded this, and then I literally just really simply, we actually you can either Photoshop this, you can open it up and just overlay the image in like PowerPoint and then screenshot this, and we just put this together, and then we put it up on our page and said, want to win this cool Doxy necklace from us. So step one, click to share the photo. Step two, sign up here. So what happens is as you can see, we had 696 shares on this, 764 likes, lots of comments. People were jazzed. And you can post this literally 5-6 times a week, just like you're running a contest. So super, super simple. So what happens is when they see this, and they say, okay, step one, I shared it. Step two, I'm going to go to this page. And notice we're not requiring them to share it. It's just a suggested step. But we go to this page, and now it takes them to a page that looks like this. Now, obviously, we just set this up on one of those new age looking squeeze pages. But it just says, hey, Facebook friends, enter to win Doxy prizes. Nothing specific to the necklace, but this is where they actually put their email address in to win. So we'll actually get this. We'll put this post up anywhere from 3 to 5 times during the week at different times of each day. And what happens is we start getting this thing spread. So number one, the more this post spreads, the more that people that are non-fans of our page see it. So we grow our fan base. Number two is we start building a huge list, not just from people who are fans of our pages, but when one of these people shares this, one of the 700 people that shared this, now you've got people that are outside of your page that are seeing this as well on their wall, and then they can go opt in. So what we end up with is you end up with, at the end of the week, with a lot of pages. Depends on the size of your page and your audience, but you can start seeing anywhere from 500 to 1,000 fans really quickly. You get into some local businesses that only have maybe 100 to 1,000 fans on their page. You can expect to add anywhere from 100 to 200 email addresses to pages like that. And I don't know about you, but adding 100 to 200 emails to a local list is huge to me.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Absolutely huge. So that's it. I mean, it's that simple. And what happens is at the end of the whole ball game, what we'll do is we will find one of these people that went in and shared it, so we can actually pull up a lot of this stuff. And I don't want to expose anybody, but down here, this list below, sorry, Janice, but there we go. Sorry, anybody in that list below, you can go down and look, and what you'll do is you'll actually PM them as your page and say, hey, you won our contest. I need your address so that we can send you the item. And then you go onto the eBay, you buy the item, and when you get into your shipping information, you just ship directly to them. So easy peasy. It builds your list fast. You've now spent about $9 with maybe a little shipping depending, so anywhere from $9 to $15 to send this, and you've added a crap load of people to your list. And they love this because it's a chance to get something in the mail. So,
yeah. And I mean, you don't just have to use eBay. Obviously, you could also use Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon's good, and we actually also use a company called I'm trying to think. Alibaba Express. So it's AliExpress that we use, which is a more of a foreign company, but they have a lot of options. It takes a little longer to ship, but they have some extremely cheap prices on stuff for very good quality stuff because you're getting it before it goes to a middleman. So
Wow.
there you go.
That's awesome. Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that, but when people are thinking, like some of these people here that have internet marketing lists, and they're thinking like, well, 200 isn't that much, but it's not the same when you have like somebody like consumers like this. They're not,
Right.
they're not buying $9 products or $10 products or whatever. I mean, they actually
Exactly.
will buy like a $100 something that shows off their dog.
Exactly, and I think that's was the big game changer for us is you build an internet marketing list of 1,000 people, and after a few mailings, you're getting an open rate of probably if you're doing well 10 to 20% if you're doing well. And what's funny is when you get into a niche like this, you're talking or even good Lord, the offline it's even worse. But with a niche like this, Dachshund, we have anywhere from a 50% open rate to 60% most of the time for every email that we send out.
Wow.
So, yeah, and then you take it into offline, which people actually feel connected to the company because it's local, and it shoots up even higher. So that's the thing. Like, you give a local business 100 to 200 email addresses, and we're talking about the kinds of marketing that can change a business overnight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's powerful, and like I said, we've loved this stuff because it's enabled us to really help local clients and even online clients that we've consulted with really just kind of change the game and really open up as to what's possible.
Yeah, no, I love it, man. Wow. Do you also announce the winner in the on the page?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we try to make a very big deal about it when we do one of these, so that next time it gets even more viral,
Mhm.
because you get the whole "oh, I missed out on it" kind of thing going. But yeah, that's worked actually really well. Plus, it just keeps people super engaged, and especially in your local stuff. If you're really putting it out there and you're really highlighting the winner, it's fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I love this. It actually gave me a huge idea, and I'll say it. It's probably going to put at the very least, an extra 100 to 200 grand in our pocket in 2014, in the
Nice.
next year.
See, that gets me excited.
Yeah, no, seriously, because we're working with a couple different. We got a couple different projects in the works, and one of them is with yoga and a spiritual teacher that has a reach of millions of followers. So I mean,
Nice.
I didn't even. I was like, holy crap! Yeah, we could be giving away like a yoga mat or something really cool.
Absolutely.
And yeah, man, I'm pretty excited about that. And then you could turn around and flip this and use this for in your consulting as well. I mean, wow, it's
Yeah.
huge, really
And
is.
that's the thing. It's just people love a giveaway, and they will play along and they will have fun with it, and it works. So yeah,
Yeah, very cool. Wow, I love that, man. Thanks for sharing that.
no problem, no problem. Hopefully somebody takes it and runs with it. So yeah,
Yeah, well, I know we will. So
very cool, very cool. Well, it's been a good tactic for us. And between like I said, today what I really wanted to do is I wanted to make sure we brought on one tactic that was more of a long term tactic, which is what we covered first with kind of the promoting each new post, and that's more of a long term tactic to grow things for a very cheap rate. And then you stack in something like this. And this is not paid. This is taking what you've already got out there, getting in, just a huge, quick boom of activity, and both really grow. And if you kind of stack these two together, you take this fast boom technique with the giveaway, and you couple it with the slow boom stuff that we do with the actual ads and promoting each new post. You get just a really nice mix. And I think that's the real key with Facebook is having a nice mix of your slow techniques that really grow your page along with the really fast techniques that'll grow it fast. And you put those things together, it's amazing.
yeah, and I love the simplicity of it because I mean, a lot of people make it really complicated. Like you see some Facebook plugins or or WordPress
Yeah.
plugins that work with Facebook, and you have to click like, and then you win a contest and all this stuff. And it's like it's a lot of setting up. You have to create images. You have to do all kinds of stuff. And here you just took a screenshot and wrote some
Yeah.
text.
Super simple. And that's the thing. I think my thing with everybody is when you're on Facebook and you're first really starting to figure out how to grow pages, stay away from apps. Stay away from And this is coming from a guy who designs a lot of applications, especially ones that are related to Facebook. But stay away from that stuff until you get the basic mechanics of how to do it for free. Once you figure out how to do it for free, then you start really figuring out, oh, and now I could add this tiny little piece of software that does this one thing really well, and that's where you see that stuff blow up. The problem is everybody tries to complicate their life before they figure out the basics. So yeah.
Nice, nice. Have you thought about, and I don't know if maybe you already have something in the works or maybe you don't want to share this or not, but I know you have a time relay, which is your
Mhm.
countdown timer, which we love using countdown timers as well. And
Awesome.
I was wondering if you're implementing anything with this or anything that you're doing on Facebook with your time relay.
Yeah, man. And what's really interesting is this particular page that it goes to, and I didn't actually show it in this one, but
Oh, okay.
this particular page that it goes to, all you have to do is put a timer. We use time relay, of course, but all you have to do is put a timer over the top of this, and you almost see double the opt-in rate
That's what I would
because
imagine.
now, yeah, because now they're like, oh crap, I got to get in or I'm not going to get in. And what's cool is with time relay, you can use this same opt-in page. You never have to change the opt-in page. You never have to build a new opt-in page for this. You just point each one to a new time relay, and you'll actually have a dynamic bar here at the bottom of the page that you can actually relate back to the specific contest. So we could actually upload a picture of this onto our time relay bar, never change the opt-in, and just keep changing, keep changing, keep changing. It actually makes better. I actually didn't bring that up because I wasn't trying to plug any of our stuff. But no, dude, you want to see this thing like go into crazy mode
Hmm.
is when you put a timer over the top of it, and oh, people go nuts. They just
Yeah.
go nuts, especially on that last day.
Wow, I love it. Yeah, no, please do. I mean, plug anything, any recommendations, whether
Awesome.
it's yours or not. I mean, yeah, I mean, we want to know those things. Like, I'd even ask, like, what are you using? Because this looks familiar. Is this lead pages or something, or what is this?
This is lead pages, and yeah, I
Okay.
have no stake in those guys. But I tell you what, I have made it my mission to actually go out and promote them and just sing their praises. They have made my life so much easier with how easy their stuff is to use. And now they've actually added some flexibility in there too, where we can take some interesting things from our autoresponders and just put them in there. So, like I said,
Very
no, Lead
cool.
Pages has been very good to us. It was one of those programs that just kind of changed our business overnight. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now with lead pages, you have it set up because I know there's a couple different packages. The one you're
Mhm.
using is the one that you can use your own domain, right?
Yeah, what we basically do with lead pages is we take the WordPress plugin that
Okay.
they have, we install it on our websites, and then we connect it with our lead pages, and then bam, you just anything you have on lead pages can now be displayed on your website.
Very
So it's
cool.
a
Yeah.
nice little fancy redirect. So
That's just
yeah,
one of those things that I'm always like, look, it's your business, don't
yeah,
use like, make sure you get the better freaking one. It's like when people,
right,
would get the video players and they would not like pay for the commercial license. So you have like it
right.
branded in the corner. I'm like, come on, man.
Exactly, exactly. That's the thing. I got to totally agree with you. When it's your business, you want to make sure that you're representing yourself. Now, when a marketer sees this, do they know it's lead pages? Yeah, but I don't really particularly care. This is not aimed at marketers. This is mostly people that are out there, and I want them to feel like this was us. We put it together, and yeah, man, I think that's the thing. Not a lot of people take enough pride in their business to really, really brand themselves the right way, and really to go. It's just one extra step, or a couple extra dollars. And remember, when you're investing in software, when you're investing in all this other stuff, that's great. But you always got to think, am I doing it in a way that I'm actually investing in myself and my business? And if that's the case, you've made the right purchase. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's all about making it simple because if it's not
it
simple and
is.
quick, then you're not going to do it.
Right. I don't know about you, but I don't have time to wrestle around with squeeze pages all day. I don't have time to wrestle around with Facebook all day, even though that's what I do for a living. Um, I'm all about keeping it as simple as possible because, yeah, I mean, we get busy. I'm about to leave here in a couple of minutes to go to a basketball game, my friend's basketball game, and you know what? That's a nice thing that I get to do. But if I had not made my life simple by using certain things, I'd be having to work today.
Exactly.
So, in that, I know with you guys, and you're always talking about how you guys have kind of a mantra with the kind of that rock star thing, and I think the real key is there. At least what I followed is, you do things a certain way so that you can not only make good money, but so that you can have some freedom. And what's money without freedom?
Exactly.
It's a job. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't
totally,
agree
man.
more.
Totally.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and sharing us these awesome strategies. And man, I can't believe how much I really coming into this. I knew you were going to teach me something and teach everybody else something, but I really didn't think I was going to leave here with a $100,000 plus just little tip that I could implement like right away. I'm just like, holy crap, this is awesome.
Dude, that jazzes me up. I mean, like over the last couple of years, we've been so blessed, we've been so successful, and like the thing that really drives me these days is, at the end of the day, I would just love to have this total of, how many people, got to the $1 million mark, how many people got to the $500,000 mark in a year, how many people got to the $100,000 to $200,000 mark in a year on their own
Mhm.
because of some stupid little Facebook tip we threw out. So that you saying that just makes my day.
Awesome. Well, I'll be sure to keep you in the loop and let you know how much we made,
Awesome,
and
man.
I'll buy you one of those necklaces as a thank you.
Dude, I've already got like three. I don't need any more of that. No, I'm just kidding. I love it.
I'll get
I
you some
love it.
different colors too, so you can mix
There
it
we go.
up.
Good. Throw in some pink and we'll be good. Yeah, it'll be great.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Be a rock star in your business and in your life.